Hello friends, welcome back. It's been a few days since I've played Earthborne Rangers. I travelled down to Melbourne for the weekend to participate in a painting competition. So back after 5 days of other games and other activities. But I'm excited because we finished the last episode of Earthborne Rangers in a very cool way. We managed to rush to the top of the mountain, take a painting of us standing on top of the mountain majestically, and then we rushed back to Meadow to get back in time for the Harvest Festival, or whatever it's called. So we're going to get straight into it. Day 12, and so we are at the location Meadow. So we'll go and read number 8, and you can see what it says. If it is currently day 6, 12, 8, 18, 24, 30, go to 8.2. So it is, in fact, day 12. So let's go to 8.2. The grasses in this part of the valley rise so tall that you don't realise you've reached Meadow until the path suddenly opens, revealing several humble cottages centred around the stump of a fallen dolewood. The normally sleepy clearing is full of excited, chattering people. Lively music fills the air. Children run between the legs of milling adults playing tag. A set of tables have been dragged out into the centre of the field and is already groaning under the weight of dishes of fragrant food. Beyond that, you hear uproarious cheering coming from a swirling circle of dancing villagers, spinning from partner to partner in an exuberant display. Do not perform the usual setup for Meadow, and do not draw a path card on the first round of Meadow. Search the general set for the Dancers round and put it into play. Search the Valley set for Old Bloody Clicker and shuffle him into the path deck. And finally, each ranger chooses a dancing partner by searching the collection for a human and putting them into play with their ranger token on them. So, we have Old Bloody Clicker, we have the Meadow set, and we have the Grassland set. So we will shuffle that. Path deck. Here is Dancer's round, and we do not do anything with that. So we can scout path cards with awareness. Hopefully we'll get that. We do need to deal out our deck of cards that start. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Sketchbook, cool. Choose a path card. X sketches. Exhaust a path card with presents. Quizzy's favourite snack. Oh, some good starting cards. Strider. Eagle Eyes, great. Wow. Well, we'll clear the sketchbook and just take one more card. Shape the Earth. That'll do fine. So, we choose a card from the collection, so we can pick anyone from anywhere. Let's go and have a look at the pivotal locations and see if there's any cool people there. Elder Cormac Wellers, Spirit Speaker Nal, Lynn Mira, Woodworker. What do you do? Cool. The bee guy, he's fun. Tolan Lang's Sculptor. What does he do? He's at Spire. Dace Ambitious Shaper. Let's bring Cordo. I haven't talked to Cordo. I'd like to talk to Cordo. Oh, I want to dance with somebody. That somebody's Cordo. Yeah, I want to dance with Cordo. Okay, search the general set for dancers round, search the valley set, each ranger chooses a dancing partner with their card, putting it into play within reach. Boom. And what did it say? Yeah, dancers round. After a human with your Ranger token is cleared. Move your Ranger token to this feature. Read 67 instead of that Ranger's thing. Each Ranger. Okay, so we've got a fun. Okay, so we'll just shuffle this. We've got a downpour, so that's fine. We are not at a ruin or a forest, so we do not play invasions adding reclaimers to this location, which is nice because that would be awful. Done. All right, so we don't draw a ranger. Do not draw a path card on the first round of meadow. Okay, so we're not drawing a path card at all. So we get a chance to dance with Cordo. All right, let's think about our first round. So we want to put the sketchbook up. I want to put Quizzy's favourite snack up. We didn't get much connection here. Sketchbook, maybe we're using it for connection with Cordo. Touch of the Verdessa, Eagle Eye. Okay, well let's definitely do Eagle Eye at a cost of 1. So we can sketch, because I'm pretty sure that old bloody clicker is a problem, so we don't want to see him. Okay, well let's put these two on the bottom and this little friendly animal on top. He's nice. So that's Eagle Eye done. I think we'll discard the sketchbook and 2 spirit to try and connect with Cordo. So it's a 2, 3, 4 effort. Gives us a -1, but that is enough to succeed. So we will go and read 67, which is the Harvest Festival. Dancers round. The musicians pause for breath, then launch into a sprightly tune that gets your feet tapping and hands clapping. As you twirl and leap around the dancer's green, a pair of hands grasp yours, and a new partner spins with you to the centre of the dance. Although you're surrounded by dozens of dancing pairs, the two of you dance like there is nobody else there. Discard your dancing partner. If you do not have the associated nodal event on the campaign tracker for your person, add it now, and then gain the reward card listed beneath. That is awesome. How cool is that? So I found Cordo's Quarry. We get Cordo's Instinct, the reward card. Cordo's Instinct. That'll definitely be a red card for sure. I was wrong. Cordo's Instinct. Search the path deck for a card and place it on the top of the bottom of the deck. That is tremendous. Cool. So I'll add that to my selection of cards that I can use. Now, if we go back to this now, after a human with your ranger token is cleared, move your ranger token to this feature. Clear with our ranger token is 67.1. Eventually, the exhausted musicians end their playing, begging for refreshments for sore hands and hoarse voices. The dancers begin to leave the cleared space in the centre of the festival, returning to the stalls and booths set up for the occasion. Soon, those will be taken down as well, and the good folk of Meadow will return to their regular lives. Alright, so we get to celebrate the Harvest Festival and found Cordo's Quarry. That's fun. So, again, knowledge of this game is what will allow you to improve at this game, and if you were aware of that coming, then you could, you could do some cool stuff. So this clears now, and we don't have to worry about old bloody clicker. So we want to get to the alluvial ruins, into the nest. This is our next mission. So if we go and have a look at the alluvial ruins on our maps, we're at Meadow, so we can go Rings of the Moon. We can't travel via river to there, so we'd have to go archaeological outpost and then to the alluvial ruins. So, or we go to this concordant ziggurats, archaeological outpost, alluvial ruins. I like the grassland sets better, I think, so maybe we'll actually do that. So let's go and travel, attempt to travel, I should say. We will spend our fitness and strider to interact with the meadow location. So we successfully interact with the meadow location, which means we can leave. I think we will spend a focus to remember our ranger training. Hey, we get to look at 2 cards. I think we will go for versatile. We'll put shape the earth on the bottom. We'll end our turn. We'll draw a card. We'll gain all of our energy back as we rest. We don't have any manifestations to bring back into hand, so that's it. We'll travel to the concordant ziggurats. Let's do that on stream. Have we been to those yet? We haven't been to Rings of the Moon. Let's go to Rings of the Moon instead then. Always good to just completely change your mind at the last second. Cool. So this is a non-pivotal location. I've done that thing again, haven't I? Where I just got very excited about the mission and forgot about the fact that I was trying to relax and enjoy my time. We'll remember. It's okay. So it is a ravine set from Meadow to Rings of the Moon. There's the ravine set. We will shuffle this deck, which is the thingy. And this is a ruin, which means we will add 3 Reclaimer Seekers and shuffle them into the path deck. 1, 2, 3. And 3 Reclaimer Seekers shuffled into the path deck. This could be a very bad time. All right, Rings of the Moon, our first time there. Let's read about it. Dancers round. That was fun. Thanks, Meadow. We had a nice time at your place. 35, Rings of the Moon. Rising up from a series of small hillocks along the edges of Meadow's vast prairie, the large towers that support a massive loop of dull grey metal and ceramics. Some have broken into half or quarter circles, but a few are still intact. The locals in Meadow say that if you go to the edges of the valley with a scope and look back through all the loops at once, you'll see another world in a reality just sideways from your own. Almost every artificer who's inspected the rings, however, believes they are part of a vast and non-functional sensor network. Lead Ranger draws 1 path card, a web wall, an obstacle. Whoa, let's have a look at this place. Search the valley set for a feature and shuffle it into the path deck. Nice. The Rings of the Moon. Okay, so web wall is an obstacle. We need to clear it by traversing it. We can shape the earth to clear it straight away, should we want to. Start of our turn, we draw a card, and it is Loose Boulders. Yucky. Well, I think we will use our Shape the Earth for two fitness, which will then allow us to place one here, and one here. And then we'll put two of them onto that, and we'll put one onto the location, which will clear this. We'll then exhaust our roll to bring that back into hand. And we will then bring Quizzy's favourite snack into hand, or into play rather. And it has two little num-nums on it, two little treats. That cost us our manifestation, our glint. And now we will attempt to inch our way to the loose boulders using our touch of the Verdessa. So this is a risky one, but we succeed and we get our glint back. That's a great draw. Okay, so discard one rain cloud from this and fatigue. Loose boulders, we move our thing to this location, which clears it as well. And that is it. Don't think we'll use Quizzy's snack yet. It's not an efficient use of our resources that we have available. We don't have any fitness, and we don't have any thing that we need to avoid with our awareness. So I think we will actually just rest, which will give us seen through cycles, our energy back, and we'll draw a new path card to start the day, and it is a skittish opilon, a little spider. Spider. Okay, I don't have a sky whip, so that is not good, but let's potentially, so this unexhausts, we'll exhaust to bring touch of the Verdessa back into hand. I think our best bet here is to take the fatigue from this guy to traverse there. We have Throng of Life in hand, so we can guarantee that that's going to occur. So let's do that. What do we just shape? Shape the Earth doesn't get us there. No, okay. So we will discard that and two fitness to guarantee, sort of, that we will traverse the rings of the moon. We take a fatigue from this spider. So we successfully traverse. We do suffer another fatigue from that. And then, if there is no web wall in play, exhaust this being, search the path deck for a web wall, and bring it into play. Very annoying indeed. Okay. So we don't need to worry about the spider. Should we have exhausted the spider? We've got nothing else to do with our things. We'll use Quizzy's favourite snack to eat a bite and bring two of these back into hand because we have two spirit. We'll bring our hawk into play. 1, 2. She'll attack the spider with her claws. Does 1 harm to the spider. We don't have any way to traverse that, so we'll just rest. Bring another. Oh, it's a reclaimer. No. Well, we do have our touch of the Verdessa, but there is no flora. No. Ambush fatigues us for 2 when it comes into play. We do have the required amount of stuff on that, but just got to go read rules because I think we can't travel when there's an obstacle. You can't interact with the can't interact with the location, but you cannot travel if there are any ready cards with the obstacle keyword in play. Yeah, so I potentially may have done that wrong at some point. So we need to clear that obstacle. So how do we do that in the most effective way? We just shape the earth for 2 using our glint. Puts 1 there and 1 there, and then we can travel 1 over there to that. Sparrowhawk can attack the spider and do that, and that is all. That is the most effective way of doing it. We will exhaust our roll to bring Seen Through Cycles back into hand. We will eat a snack to bring these 2 cards into hand. And I think we will just travel. So we're at the Rings of the Moon. We're going to go to the Archaeological Outpost. Let's do that as well. So Archaeological Outpost. Yeah, we'll end the day. So I draw a card. Reclaimer Seeker. Calypso was there. Damn. Quiet Sill. I want that Ranger thing. Ranger badge. Great. We're off to the Archaeological Outpost. I have been there before. Biological. There it is, the Archaeological Outpost. One of the 3 cards from the Valley set must be the Archaeology Sinkhole. Done. One, 2. This is a trail and a ranger station, so we do not have reclaimers. Lead ranger, search the path deck for the next feature. Ura's here. Tryptophalium, good. Tryptophalium. Done. Path deck assembly. Number 34. Let's go read 34, shall we? Archaeological Outpost. Ah, yes, Solara Marco's here. There's lots of tables with information about the stuff. Good. Done. And we draw a card. It's Ura. Hi, Ura. Are you still looking for Quizzy? I bet you she is too. 81. Quizzy's a little pest. Enters play. 81.1. I'm looking for Quizzy. Can you help me? Okay, there's no obstacles. There's nothing preventing us from just trundling on. I don't think there's anything of excitement to find here. So what we might do is play our reverb locket and attach Eagle Eye to it, which is a very, very cool combination. We will just attempt to traverse the location using our Seen Through Cycles. Good. And our 2 fitness and get a +1. Oh, no. So we add 3 focus to the Archaeological Outpost, or 3 effort, I should say. And then we will exhaust our Prodigy of the Floating Tower to bring Shape the Earth back into hand. Ura's friendly, we don't need to worry about her. We'll just discard Quizzy's favourite snack because we don't have a fishing rod, so we can't add stuff to it. We can pluck the leaves, soothe the fatigue, and draw a ranger card. We'll do that. So we'll spend 2, which goes to 3. So we successfully pluck the leaves, we soothe the fatigue, our vaulting rod, and we also draw a ranger card. Another touch of the Verdessa. So that's got 1 harm on it. We will spend our 1 awareness to use Eagle Eye on the reverb locket. So we have 1 use left. We will scout 1, 2, 3 cards, and we have found bats, a web wall, and a talus cave. I'm not really worried about those little spiders. So I think we'll just go that, see who we get. So we'll end our turn. We'll gain Quizzy's snack back, which is perfect. We'll use that right away. That and that. Exhaust. And we draw a little spider. Along came a spider. 1 spirit to bring Quizzy's snack down. Num num num. We will exhaust our roll to bring Seen Through Cycles back into play. We'll use 2 effort to traverse the archaeological outpost. We get a 0. We are fatigued by the skittish Opalon. We fatigue ourselves from the weather. And unfortunately, if there's no web wall in play, exhaust this being. I should have actually, I should have avoided him, because now I can't leave. No, I didn't. I'm going to try and play properly. Web wall comes into play. Which is very unfortunate. The Sparrowhawk will attack here. I don't need fitness left to traverse that web wall. But I can, nope, I can't do that. It's all bad. Let's connect with Ura, I guess. Oh, we can ask her to who she's encountered during her travels and put someone in the path deck. That'd be fun. The Valley set. Do we pluck the leaves and add harm to the Triptifolium, or do we keep that in play so that we have the option to use Touch of the Verdessa? We'll just rest again. That's a bit annoying. Ironwool boots. We can put them on too. Cool. Draw that. Draw this. Loose boulders. Come on, man. Alright. She attacks the skittish Opalon and drives him away. We will do we have a thing? No. We will use Touch of the Verdessa. And we'll use this Versatile. And we'll fatigue ourselves to attempt to go to the loose boulders. Send our ranger token there. So we succeed, just. With a focus. So it's 1, 2, 3 efforts, and we need to inch 2. So that loose boulders clears. There's no mountains because there's no active prey. We'll exhaust our roll to bring Touch of the Verdessa back into hand, which I didn't do. We'll spend 1 spirit to bring Ironwool boots Start wearing our boots. These boots are made for walking. That's just what they'll do. And then we are going to use our vaulting rod and 2 fitness to attempt to traverse the web wall. Yep. So we succeed. We fatigue ourselves again. However, it's gone away, the rain, so we can travel away from here, and we will do so. So, rest, card into hand, it's our sparrowhawk. This all goes away. And we've made it to the alluvial ruins. Let's have a look at the alluvial ruins. So this is a ruin, so they're definitely going to be reclaimer seekers. So I'll go set that up. Okay, another non-pivotal location. We have travelled there via the mountains. So we will add 1, 2, 3 of these. We have our 3 reclaimer seekers, 1, 2, 3. And we have our mountains deck. So this is our path deck. Now, we have some other setup to do. This is called Path Deck Assembly. Let's go read 36. The alluvial ruins. On the plain north of Tumbledown, the Silverfin gathers its tributaries for the final descent over the falls and into the Verdessa. There you find a jumbled mix of ruined buildings, huge boulders, and massive chunks of masonry. You recognise the masonry as the same material that made up the great dam that collapsed and left the fractured wall to the north. For here is the debris left by the cataclysmic flood caused by that collapse, the ruins of the lost Estian civilization. This says shuffle the grassland, lakeshore, and old growth sets together and set them next to the path deck. This is the detritus deck. So I've put all 3 of those here. This is very interesting. Lead Ranger draws 1 card from the detritus deck. Next Ranger draws 1 card from the detritus. How good. All right. There is our detritus deck. Put that here, slightly off screen, but where you can still see it. Very good. So now, Lead Ranger draws 1 card from that. Some Tidewater Muckets. Cool. This says, if you are oh, this looks awesome. If you're interacting with the water feature, you see something from upriver. Place the top card of the detritus deck onto the path river. That is awesome. Okay. All right, so we have lots and lots and lots of things that we can do. Start of the turn, this comes down. A shale scree, an obstacle. Wonderful. All right. So we've made it to the alluvial ruins. Okay, we actually need to do section 116 because we've made it to the alluvial ruins and that was our mission. Let's read that. Oh, have to do something different. You've heard of the ancient moss-covered and vine-draped detritus of the alluvial ruins described as peaceful, but as you approach, a shiver runs up your spine. You hear a soft rustling like hundreds of reeds rubbing together in the distance. You move quietly through the ruins and find a gap to peek through. There in the heart of one of the ruins you can see dozens of reclaimers milling about, and you see several bulbous sacs adhered to every surface. It looks like you've found the reclaimer nest. Ignore the invasion setup instructions for this. Instead, search a general set with 3 reclaimer seekers. I'm pretty sure I did that, didn't I? Yeah. Then after setup, search the general set for a reclaimer polyp and put it into play. Reclaimer polyp. Okay, so our Into the Nest mission says, when a reclaimer grub is cleared, place 1 progress on this mission. When you have 3 progress on this mission, do that. So we'll keep some reclaimer grubs nearby. There they are, 1, 2. All right, so this polyp is a feature, it is a biomeld, it is a reclaimer. We clear it due to harm. Where's my trowel at? Eh? Okay, so everything else remains the same. So we absolutely need to scramble to the top of the thing. So do we survey the path ahead using our eagle eye? I think we will. So we'll exhaust our reverb lockets and we'll then clear that off, which allows us to look at the next 3 cards. All 3 of those are very bad. A circling iris, fractal wire, and a reclaimer seeker. So we'll put those on the top. Oh, we have to draw a path card, don't we? That's bad. A pouncing Aatrox, ambushed, 1, 2. All right, we did, however, play a moment. So with our iron wool boots, we gain 1 back. And we will also use Quizzy's favourite snack to gain 1, 2 more back into hand. Okay. Problematic. Let's exhaust our roll to bring we have not used one yet. Okay, good. We don't have any glints though, Deno. So this is actually quite useful. We can just ignore a presence. I'd really like to use Seen Through Cycles. I'd really like to clear something with harm. I would really love to use this manifestation. There's no flora out there though. Okay. So this will just explode by itself. We don't have to do anything. This guy, however, is a problem. So let's use our 2 focus to avoid that guy. And we will use 1 Thrum of Life to do that. So we successfully avoid that guy. We trigger all of these now. So 1 harm, done. This is exhausted. If this feature is within reach, it is not. Okay. So now we want to scramble up the shale scree. No, we can't do that. Let's traverse the shale scree using 6 effort and discarding both of our bolds. All right. So we add 5 progress to it. And unfortunately, if there is an exhausted predator, ready it, exhaust this being. It's awful. And add 1 harm to this being. No. She'll just attack the Tidewater Muckets so we can get rid of them. Let's try and connect, I guess. I'd really, really love to use Shape the Earth right now. This is bad. We'll use Versatile and Throng of Life to connect with the Pouncing Aatrox. That gives us 4. I'm trying to track down a glint. There it is. Ooh. So we just gained 5 progress on this guy, which is nice. And we gain a glint, which is very helpful. But we are going to destroy this Reclaim a Polyp thing. And unfortunately, we have 2 or more fatigue, so we suffer 1 injury, which is awful. This clears. And that's everything. So now, what does it say? The Polyp burst open. Search the general set for 2 Reclaimer grubs. Do we add them? Do we? Yeah, they must come into play, surely. A lot happening. Reclaimer grubs. 5. When you interact with this prey, it fatigues you. Alright, I really need to get a Flora out. So I'll bring Sky Whip into hand using this. And I think we are going to rest. So unexhaust Quizzy's snack. Get our effort back. Now we need to clear when Reclaimant Grub is cleared. Okay. How do we get more polyps out there? Not sure. Tidewater Muckets come back. She comes back. Shale Scree. Okay, so we do this. It's agitated meadowlarks. They come in down here. Lots of little friends around, isn't there? We drew a card. A trowel. Well, we've got some options. I really, really, really need to get some flora on the board. Do I survey the way ahead? When a Reclaimer Grub is cleared. Okay, so we can use Seen Through Cycles to bring the 3rd Reclaimer into play. So we can do that. The question is, do we have enough rounds to be able to clear those Reclaimer Grubs? We need to Sky Whip one of them off the board right now. The other one, we really need a touch of the Verdessa off the board. Okay, Sky Whip, 3 effort. This is using our glint, which is the problem. 4 effort, 5 effort. Should be enough. It is enough. So we get fatigued for 1. However, after you play a moment, soothe the fatigue. Then it's -1, but the hawk can kill her. So we clear that during fatigue. If this feature is within reach, it is not. If you have 2 or more fatigue, we do not. If there is an active predator, discard it. We just did. 1, 2 there. Discarded add harm to this being equal to that predator's presence. So 2 harm to the reclaimer grub. We've cleared one of these little grubs. Going to struggle here, I think, because we don't have enough stuff left for the day. If we bring the trowel in play, we can attack it. There's no... Yeah. Alright, well... We'll exhaust our roll to bring Skywhip back into hand. That was our only glint, so we're not going to be able to do that again. So we'll actually bring Touch of the Videssa back into hand because it has some more applications with icons. Don't have any fatigue, so there's nothing to do with that. Can't use Seen Through Cycles. The trowel I would really like to bring into play. We use a sketchbook and 1 spirit to go and put our Ranger token on that. We get Sunshine. So there's no exhausted predator. We add a growth to this reclaimer grub, not ideal. However, this is here. We'll then rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhaust. And because our Ranger token is here, before a being moves or enters play within reach, you may remove your Ranger token from this prey to exhaust that being. We draw a card. It's another Skywhip. It's a Reclaimer Seeker which has ambush, but we get to exhaust it. Thanks to our agitated meadowlarks. Alrighty, we're in real trouble. We're in real trouble. So Riri can just attack there. We can't do any attacking other than this carbon forged trowel. There's no flora. She unexhausts. Problematic. If I had a few more glints, this would be doable, but I don't think it's going to happen today. So we are going to fatigue out, unfortunately. So what can we do now? Interestingly though, this doesn't go away, I don't think. So it's not like one of those daily missions where you have to... Yeah, so maybe we just go Carbon Forged Trowel for 2. We'll clear off our Iron Wool Boots. And then we will connect with the Meadowlarks again to listen. So we successfully put our thing there. Our range token here. So now we can avoid the ambush from this guy. That is if there is an active predator. If you are within reach, we're not. So, and then we just rest, I think. So this is our last day, our last. If we have to fatigue, we're in trouble. We draw a circling Irex. It is persistent, it comes into play here, but it's not going to matter. We just want to clear that Reclaimer grub. And the way we do that is we strike out with our gardening tool, and we probably just load up everything because we are going to fatigue out here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. So we can't fail to get 2. Let's do that. So that's 2 damage, which is all we need. Sunlight, if this being, yeah, so Riri does her attack. We clear that. We move this guy to here. He comes to here and he fatigues us and our day ends. But we cleared the second Reclaimer Grub, which means we start the next day only needing 1 more progress on the Alluvial Ruins. We could not have rested to bring Cordo's Instinct into the deck, which is just awesome. So that'll be it. When we start our next day in the Alluvial Ruins, oh, actually no, that comes into play exhausted because of the Meadowlarks. So we don't have to fatigue, so we're actually still in play. I don't think there's anything else we could do anyway. Can't end our day by travel. Don't have any glints. I mean, we could exhaust the Agitated Meadowlarks, I guess, or the Reclaimer Seeker. Try and get a glint. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll exhaust the Agitated Meadowlarks. Try and get a glint. It's not a glint. Oh, add a mucus token to the location. Move this card within reach of fatigue. Yep, so we fatigue out. Very good, very good. That'll do us for the day. That'll do us for this episode. We will start our next episode at the Alluvial Ruins, attempting to clear out our last Reclaimer Grub, which should be a relatively straightforward task. So I look forward to seeing you all then. Big Deno.